Alrighty then. So, you may head out. It's a fine morning, September,
Wait, where do we sleep?
in the town here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, oh no.
Uh,
I mean, it was either that or in the jungle, Allied.
Or the freehold, but we didn't.
Yeah, no, that's what I was getting at. Like, I have no issue sleeping in the town. I thought you guys fucking slipped me into the goddamn freehold. Wait, it's the 9th? I thought we started on the 7th.
we're gonna say you start on the 8th. For simplicity's
Yeah,
sake.
that.
Yeah,
They
it's
changed
a
that.
few days until the 11th.
It's
about that
fine
fucking
if there is a way into the dreaming in that cairn. It's probably locked by whoever controls it, right? Unless it's the Talane, in which case it gets interesting.
I mean, we're not gonna daddle around that much. Maybe one more day, and then we will see about what to do with the node.
Jackal rage quits. Like, God's fucking damn it, flip stable.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Alright, you set out. Jackalor, Dex drive check at 6. Just the one.
Come on, Jacklor. Hey!
Okay, you find essentially a logging road that leads off the beaten path. And, yeah, looks like, you know, I would say that given a little time, you can find a spot where it apparently happened relatively easily, because there's the remnants of a rental car there. And, you know, it's pretty obvious that things happened here. Blood splattered everywhere. Amanda's body isn't here, however, but her retainers is. In not necessarily several pieces, but there's certainly a amount of, you know, bullet and knife holes, and what looks like claws and teeth as well.
Well, now you know what happened.
I'm going to take
Is it
some of the
is it
pieces.
werewolves, though? Is it really?
You don't know, you need to study further.
But yeah,
Yeah.
can I take some of the pieces of the body?
Sure, go ahead.
Yep, you pull out a machete and hack off a hand. You now have a day-old hand. Male. White. Caucasian. It's about 35 to 40 years old. Mildly calloused. Little dirty under the fingernails. Could have used a bit more grooming. And there's a slight bruise near the index finger where it might have been gripping the wheel as it lost control of the car.
It's left hand, right?
Sure.
I'm
He's
gonna
a criminal,
activate
right?
crime sensors.
Okay, which of you are activating magic and what are you looking for?
I will activate Spirit again.
Alright.
I will activate crime to look for any magical residue and stuff like that.
Okay.
Any imprints.
Okay, make
Amanda had
your...
a phone on it, right?
I'm activating Prime too.
Okay. Jackalor, are you activating anything?
No.
Okay. Those of you who are, make your rolls.
Oof.
Okay.
Snap your finger. Eyes turn on.
Let's see. You don't detect much allied because you're looking at spirit stuff. Generally it looks like there's just a few traces of spirit energy around here, but far less than you might expect if any. If this was a fight between two sides who had access to spirits, there's too little for that here, if it happened last night.
What the spirit stuff that is here though, what does it taste like? Does it taste bad?
Just lick the fucking trees or something.
It tastes like soot.
Oh. Would my mage in character know what suits is supposed to be?
Not necessarily. You're just
Okay.
picking up a bit of resonance from it as you take the time to examine it. Now the rest of you, you can definitely both tell that some kind of battle happened here. There's a lot of magic that was unleashed here. And from what you can tell, there's not just spells, but Prime having been unleashed in raw form. Which would be consistent with Amanda fighting for her life.
Probably probably ran into werewolves.
Probably that.
You, Naxi, with 3 successes, you can see the echoes of a few things that go beyond just the wild unleashing of dynamic magic. Give me a perception awareness for any potential analysis.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have.
You
awareness.
have no idea what this specifically means, but yeah, it's like there's more muted powers here than what you assume Amanda was unleashing. And well, certainly looks like the shadows were at some point infused with power and twisting around here as well.
Oh. Yeah, I mentioned that. She's probably. We can write her off.
There isn't a
Can't
body.
write it off.
Yeah, but
We can write her off. Where's the body? Just write her off. It's fine.
it's unlikely that she. I mean, if they took her with her, it's unlikely that we can get our hands on her without facing. Possibly.
Bro, what are you fucking talking about? Just give me some power and let me at them. I'll fucking take care of it. Don't be like this. We can do this.
I'm just staring at Maxie in the ring.
No, but Allied, you remember? Bro also said, no, fuck this bitch. What the fuck are you doing out here? Just fucking go home. And now he's like, go get her, bro.
Yeah, he's very enthusiastic out of a sudden.
Probably not a good sign.
Yeah, of course not.
I mean, we have to recover the artifact.
Yeah, you can see the since you're also tasting this, when you look at Nyaxi, you see the ring just reaching out towards him again, and you just taste salt for some reason. That everything the ring sends at him is tinged with salt.
Why can a ring be salty?
Do you say that out loud?
What? No. It's just more of like in my head, like, how can a ring have a concept of salt?
Must be a programming concept you have not encountered before.
Can I communicate with the ring? Can I try to via spirit?
Do you wish to cast a spell to communicate with the ring?
I would like to try, yes.
Okay. Sure. Frederick settles down to cast another spell. Looks similar to what you saw him do when communicating with spirits previously.
So I guess I roll then.
Go ahead. Coincidental.
Oh god.
It's a difficulty 5. You are casting a second level effect.
I would have had 3 passes.
Fail it. Fail it.
You said 5?
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
What do you say?
Yo! Who the fuck are you?
The ring just says to you, Nyaxi, you know, it's a good thing the others can't hear me, right? Because it would be really weird if they saw me talking to you.
I just stare at Nyaxi the fucking... Dude, I can see you doing something to him.
It's, you know, that was really wise of you, putting that command on me to never talk to them. You would be in so much trouble if you hadn't thought of that. Truly, you are the wisest of all masters.
I'm just squinting at Nyaxi in the fucking ring, just...
Roll a willpower roll, Nyaxi, to enforce your will on the demon with a direct command. Yeah, he shuts up.
I'm just squinting like... It's just like, are you gonna answer? Like, my guy's like, I'm waiting.
You heard all the things it was saying to Nyaxi Allied, essentially. It just can't...
Oh.
It can't respond to you directly. Because of standing orders. Which it, I think, made clear enough.
Oh. Man. That's tough. You got him as a boss. Well, good luck, Magic Ring. Who I don't even have a name for.
Notice the bro.
I just scratch my head like, what the fuck have I got myself into here?
Oh, come on, your mates.
Just mage things.
It's just a fetish, obviously.
I mean, it looks like it might be, sure. It's a spirit thing of some kind.
I'm gonna go to Nathan and ask him softly, hey, what the fuck's up with your magic ring?
How much power does it seem to contain?
It's hard to tell.
Like,
Well,
whatever. Let's focus on the body stuff.
I mean, I saw it talking to, I think it was, I heard it talking some to you, through
Yeah,
you,
that's-
with you, I don't know. I'm not used to the spirit stuff. I just
Very
suddenly
weird.
learned it the other day.
very not, Frederick. It's just that the ring is powered by a powerful spirit contained inside.
I put my head on his shoulder and I go, you do realize we are mages, right? When you say, do not worry, something dies.
I think at this point it's perception, empathy versus manipulation subterfuge. Roll off, fuckers.
Perception, alertness. Oh, god, I have 3 fucking dice.
Perception, empathy allied.
I don't have empathy.
You can
2
still
dice.
roll.
Difficulty?
6
Can I
for
roll
both.
perception empathy as well?
I'm assuming that they are having a...
They're
Since it's a
whispering,
larger
yeah.
scene, that they're off to one side at the moment.
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't
I'm
say
like
that.
whispering it softly to him, like so nobody else worries.
Yet.
Okay.
Yet you are worried, yet he told you to not worry.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
why I
didn't have
asked
other
what's the difficulty for the roll.
6. Contested.
10?
It's contested, so it's 6.
Yeah, you are
Thank you.
both, you know, rolling off.
Man, I'm gonna be fucking sweating.
I mean, you're
Wow,
right.
yes.
You are right, of course, Allied. You should be worried, maybe, but it's probably not that bad in this instance. He knows what he's talking about. He's a hermetic. They're trained in ancient artifacts, right?
Wait, aren't like I guess I was say, wait, hold on, aren't they the assholes of the mages?
They are.
Wow.
She just kind of like squint my eyes. All right, I'll have total
Yeah, I mean-
trust in you.
Yeah, with the assholes, it makes perfect sense that I would have a spirit enslaved in a ring.
Yeah, he's an asshole. He just
Did you
doesn't
just
have-
say, no, did you just tell my character you have a spirit
No, no, no.
enslaved inside the ring?
No, it's out of character. I'm
Okay.
just saying it makes
No.
sense.
Yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, sure, let's try to find, her, the lady.
Is it really worth it? Oh, rather, is it wise?
She disappeared around here, right? Or
We
was
followed
it?
her to the. We followed her to here, like.
I
So,
need
should
to
we try her?
look up the roll for this, but roll perception awareness, Nyaxi.
God.
That's 6, just you.
Spending a point of willpower. So one
No,
success.
good thing you spent the willpower.
You know, it's hard to tell, but you're pretty sure the, Actually, no. Never mind, because you have that. It can't cast lords without permission.
So I didn't roll. Or what?
No, there's nothing to detect. You're fine.
Okay.
Never mind. I'm fucking up on keeping track of every single one of the details.
Yeah, it happens.
Happens to
It
the best of us.
has a lot of. Mage has a lot of details.
So shall we hunt? So what is tracking then? Because we have a trail, right?
It's
Like,
not a good
Perception
idea.
survival, I think.
The trail? Well, first of all, yeah, give me perception survival rolls for detecting any tracks that might be here, all of you.
Difficulty?
Oh.
6. But this will depend heavily on the amount of successes rolled.
Nope.
I feel like I should spend the willpower on that. Well, yeah, I'm gonna spend a willpower on this.
Okay.
2 successes.
You move around here. Eventually you find places where the branches have been broken coming out of the woods. And going in a ways, you find a spot where a little further up the road and off it, something like a truck was parked pretty recently. Because the ground is, a bit torn up and it looks fresh. And, well, you're pretty sure that that same truck then immediately left. Probably heading
I had-
back out the way you and Amanda came in. You wouldn't be able to track it once it reaches the main road.
We would or wouldn't.
Wouldn't. There's a lot of vehicles that pass there. There's...
Did they take her cell phone?
No, she probably got stolen by the
Do
fucking
we have
person.
connection right now? Is the actual question.
You could drive until you got a signal, because you are near the essentially colonized parts of the state now.
Yeah.
Roll a luck die. Allied.
Fuck.
You find the cell phone stomped on the battlefield, where apparently it got dropped during the fight.
They're probably fucking vampires.
Is there anything else a woman would have that's electronical? Can we home in on the sword, on the weapon itself?
Or you could try, you have some familiarity with it. It's just a question of whether it's someplace that you can, you know. I need to take a look at the actual table for connections. For data specifically. Because that would matter.
I should have just fucking went with correspondence because it's easier.
You haven't used data yet. If you wish to switch to correspondence, I'll let you.
It just seems like I'm hindering myself for no justifiable reason with
Out
data.
here in the Outback, probably, yeah.
Like even if we even in the city, correspondence would still be more useful. So like there's a word like we're not we don't have technocratic guys and stuff like that, so I can't really like modify.
You know,
anybody
go
on the
ahead and
fly.
switch it back. We'll go with the standard thing then.
One day I'll get the tech.
Let's see. Where is the table for connections for correspondence? It's in the there we go. Casual acquaintance or object used once at 4. Possession or casual friend at 3. You have just enough correspondence to be definitely able to home in on the sword.
Cool. So what do I roll for that? Can I try to affect probability to make it easier for me to home in on it?
No. You would be using a correspondence 2 effect to see the sword and things immediately. Well, to essentially see the sword and where it is.
Okay. I think I'm gonna whip out a couple of my abilities for this then to try to lower the difficulty. Can I do that?
In what way? By casting?
Like, because the more tools you use, the lower your difficulty becomes, right?
Yes. If you take the time to lay out more than 2 tools, yes, I will let you lower the difficulty. It just means that you're taking the time to cast a more in-depth piece of magic.
I would like that, yes. I want to find the sumbitch.
Okay. Then, let's see. What do you use and how? Tell me how you weave the effect together using your tools.
So would I have been able to discern its true name?
Not necessarily. Roll a luck die to see if you've overheard how. Yeah, no, you have no idea what the proper name for that sword is. You know it has one, but you have no idea what it is.
I guess I'd be using computer gear, which would be like my PDA and stuff to access maps.
Okay.
I'd be using the voice, because that's what I tend blah, 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 as I go do that. Ancient Babylonian, of course.
Okay.
Because I love that fact. And I think I would be doing formula and math because of how long ago it was before they left, and the town they got to and how big the actual town is, and the odds of how many people in the town would actually be capable of give or take an average would be able to pull off this strange fucking chain of events.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that would also factors in with numbers and numerology as well, because that's numbers. I'd be breaking that down.
Okay. let's...
I don't have any books on me, sadly, so...
Okay, give me a... Since this is an involved thing, and I'm hearing echoes from you.
Oh, I apologize.
Give me... Give me Intelligence Esoterica at... what was the difficulty for this? It's coincident. Let's just call it a 6 to see if you manage to screw up designing the ritual. Because you are essentially...
Does my sacred geometry affect matter at all? Or?
I would say yes. Because the maths, essentially, you're looking at proportions and hidden rules of how things work, etc.
So 7 dice at difficulty 6, you said?
Yeah.
Or 5, because of that special.
This isn't to reduce the thing so much as to tie all the elements together in a way that works. Because you are juggling a lot of effects to help amplify what you're doing. Or a lot of tools to amplify it.
I guess I'll spend my last willpower on this then.
You don't. You shouldn't have to. At 6, you just need to not fail, essentially.
Alright, never mind. Good thing I fucking didn't then. Oof.
Okay, so that reduces the difficulty by 3 for 3 extra tools. And you are trying to view a remote thingamajig, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then go ahead and roll your arete at 3, I think, because you are using a correspondence to effect.
So 4 dice at difficulty 3?
Yes. I think you still use the I think you still use the difficulty for the level 2, even though you technically need 4 dots of correspondence to do this, because this just determines how strong a connection you need. It doesn't necessarily affect the effect.
So the former dice roll was 8 to see if I could pull this off.
Yes. And now you're rolling essentially to actually cast it.
2 successes.
Okay. Let's see. The sword is currently laid out on a table next to several books. And it looks like there is a person you can see at the edges of your vision, just slightly shifting from foot to foot, projecting essentially "I'm fucking on guard" mentality with their body language.
Can I attack through this?
No.
Can he summon the sword with a high enough correspondence?
I have correspondence for it. I have the connection.
You could keep going with this to try and just grab the sword. I'm not sure that...
I'll take that vulgar hit. I'll take the vulgar hit.
I need to look at the specifics of correspondence to see what level it would be, though.
It's 5, like, oh, okay.
It wouldn't be 5. It would be 3, probably.
Oh no, it's 4. It's rend space. Creating larger holes in space, the mage can now open permanent gates between locations. No more success. Isolate forces spaces. Page 513.
It would be 3. You need to open a small hole. At 3 you can teleport yourself, and here you're just opening a hole long enough to reach through, grab the sword, pull it back out.
Alright. Oh, I have matter too. I actually could attack the person.
Except that you don't have a connection to the person itself, you are connecting to the sword, and you need correspondence 5 to then switch the focus to him.
By combining correspondence 3 with forces of life or matter, the mage can move things around from a distance, levitating, manipulating, or teleporting them.
Yes, but you are essentially using correspondence to connect to the object in question. So in this case, it's not your familiarity with the sword that determines it, but your familiarity with the person on guard.
make it incredibly fucking difficult.
Yeah, because you can't even see him clearly through this. You just see him as a
Can I
blurry
talk
outline.
to the sword? Hold on, can I talk to the sword?
I would say not without casting a separate effect, because right now you're essentially scrying.
If I'm going to, I'm taking. I guess I'm just gonna yank the sword. I'm gonna pull a He-Man.
Okay.
So, what is that, Dad?
Let's see.
Is he gonna be a witness?
Yes, probably.
Can I do probability shifting, like he hears something else, like away from us, so he like looks that way, and then
you would be again. You would need correspondence to tie it to that location because you're not there.
Alright. Damn it! All right. I mean, I could make us there. I could bring us there, and we could go fuck them up.
Okay, Allied. Do you really wish to end up in a situation where you spend a destiny point to escape the Zimitzi base?
No, no, thank you.
I'm just.
I wasn't aware it was those assholes.
Well, you don't know that it is, but just hypothetically, if it is a vampire base and they're hunting mages, then it might be someone competent over there.
That's fair.
Or at least someone competent enough to identify and study an object of magic, which seems pretty clear. So it's someone who isn't a shovelhead doing it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the fucking sword out of there.
Back. What happened?
I'm gonna be trying to pull the sword out.
Okay, so this would be vulgar with witnesses, I would say.
I
We
accept
found the
that.
sword, but not pen. Or
I
pen.
want to spend quintessence.
I'm going to spend a point of quintessence, yes.
Most cat-sized or smaller. I would say that you would need to use level 3 vulgar correspondence with witnesses, probably. Because this steps well outside the what the fuck is possible for this dude, most likely. And essentially, the way this would work, you would be hacking reality to make two places not necessarily overlap, but open a direct connection between them. You know, like direct uplink between locations. So it means there would be, for a moment, a hole in there through which you're pulling the sword. So if that fucker ends up having a gun, there's a small chance of you getting shot.
That's fine. I'm just gonna get the sword. If I get shot, well, I'll just have fucking Captain Babyfeet shake at me for a bit.
Okay. What do you wish to use for this? You need 3 tools because it's a level 3 effect.
I'm gonna use the same thing. I'm gonna use the same thing I did before.
Okay. The difficulty is gonna be reduced by 2 in this case because you're only 2 over what you normally have. It's vulgar with witnesses, probably. You don't know.
Yeah.
So the base would be 5 plus 3. Reduced by 2, you would be rolling at 6.
Minus. Oh yeah, -2 just because that.
Computer gear, ancient Babylonian, numbers and numerology, formula and math, and voice and vocalization.
You need either appropriate books or true names that you haven't added to this yet. If someone else has correspondence, you can do this as a group thing. They could be aiding you and giving you 1 extra dice for every person that is helping as a lesser participant. But it would take even more time because you would need to instruct them in what you're doing and how it works. They would essentially be working with your tools and aiding you as secondary.
I guess I'm gonna have to just spend quintessence on this.
you can reduce it by an additional 1 to down to a 5 if you spend a quintessence.
Yeah. What does willpower auto pass on these, or is it just quintessence that you use?
You can spend willpower to force the effect to work.
I'm gonna spend 1 quintessence and 1 in my last willpower.
And Vulgar with Witnesses was 1 automatic even on a success, as far as Paradox goes.
Yeah, every vulgar magic gives you 1 paradox if you succeed.
But yeah, so the difficulty for this is then 5.
Yes. With you spending
Or
Quintessence, it goes to a 5.
4 dice, difficulty 5, I spent a willpower. 1 success. I'm gonna get shot.
Okay. I need you to roll wits and your willpower halved, rounded up, essentially with self-control, at 6.
Wait, so 6 dice plus self-control?
No. Willpower halved, because that's how we simulate your virtues, because mages don't have those spelled out. So 6 dice.
I'd have, 5. So round it, okay. So 6 dice, difficulty what?
6.
2 successes.
Okay. Then
Please grab the sword.
you see the hole open and your eyes meet with the horribly disfigured figure who locks eyes on you and its jaw just drops open. The hole starts to close.
Hey.
You reach through as you see the bone spikes emerge from its knuckles, grab the sword and yank it out the instant before the hole closes again.
It's not that there's more mages around.
I'm upset I didn't catch its fucking its hand in the fucking portal.
It wasn't standing close to the table, essentially. It was keeping a very respectful distance from it.
So I have the weapon now.
You have the weapon.
Hey, what the fuck happened last night?
You remember everything that happened in the freehold now.
Oh, I look at Kraft. I look at Jack. I look at that. Oh.
What the fuck?
He
I
has
remember
been
it all.
he has been chanting there for a good hour and a half or 2 hours at this point.
I mean, okay, so we got to the sword because we were tracking Amanda. And then we stopped tracking Amanda to pick up her sword now. And I've been standing here waiting for this guy. I'm thinking to myself, why doesn't he let me just pull out the sword? I can do this probably quicker, right? Or did you describe that it's hard to pull out or something?
He had to use his special correspondence hacks because you don't even know where the place you connected to was. He used correspondence to use your very vague connection with the sword to yank it out. If you want to be doing anything else within these 2 hours or so, you can certainly be using more magics to study the location. Next, you can be disciplining the demon if you wish.
Whoa. How do you do that?
Spank it. You make it call you daddy.
Yeah.
You can try and inflict pain on it by essentially throwing your willpower against it and making it, submit, be your bitch. Is that what you wish to do?
I mean,
Actually, give me an intelligence demonology roll.
By the way, are you going to describe who the guy you saw was? Allied.
Hold on, let them do their stuff, and then
Yeah, fair enough.
It's starting to become clear to you, Jack, that they don't really give a fuck about Amanda. They wanted the sword. They seem to be focusing an awful lot on the sword.
What? I don't give a fuck about this sword.
Amanda's Deathcraft!
You.
Fucking
I
axe. He made
believe-
his Deathcraft.
She's fucking part of our cabal. God damn it.
I
Not
mean,
gonna
we don't
give
know that
up.
yet. Like, just hold on. I'm gonna ask the sword what's going on. It should help me narrow it down.
So can I do I have to roll prime again? Because I already rolled it and it's earlier when you were like before the truck. And it's reception investigation, right? For mundanely investigating the location.
You don't need to roll prime again. You can just keep it active, I would say, because we're gonna say that that lasts for a scene for simplicity's sake once it's activated. And you know,
So
you can roll perception investigation to try and discover as much as possible.
I'm gonna spend a willpower. Yeah, two
2
successes.
successes.
Do some
Um,
mundane investigation with prime on too.
it doesn't look like there's any sign of struggle from what you can tell on the way in. Essentially, it looks like for some reason the car was driven in here willingly, and the struggle started after the fact, and this is definitely not a road they should have been taking, and they should have been smarter than that. You figured that essentially, judging from everything, Amanda probably just read something or was doing something while her cultist drove, and maybe whoever got to them had, well, gotten to the cultist and somehow commanded them using mind magic to take this road and just drive straight into the ambush.
So intelligence, a call to try and figure out which kind of supernatural it was. Also, I'm gonna share this with the rest of the guys who are not, trying to get the sword out of the spirit world.
I would say that this would be, with only one occult, a difficulty 9 roll, because...
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna share it with the others. I'm not gonna roll difficulty 9.
Okay.
I have no occult.
I hope the
I
others.
have 3 accounts.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna share
For
it with
you, since it's
Nathan
a
and
common enough ability, we're gonna call it like a 7.
Nathan and Tom.
Okay. Wait,
So,
I rolled 7, he rolled 6.
I rolled at 9.
You
if I was
roll to
gonna-
investigate.
Yeah, the investigation was at 6.
I'm not very good at recall. Oh,
Fun. Yeah.
Yes, it's
good job.
The get of Fenris, intimidating things can infuse themselves with the spiritual power and menace to completely cow a mortal mind. It does not work on mages, but it is well known that Amanda had a feud with one of those, and if one of them could lock eyes with the mortal for just a moment, then, well, then that mortal would be pretty much their slave for days after that, if they chose to expend the spiritual energies, of course, to enact that effect. It's a common gift in their tribe.
Yep. Speak with
What about you,
authority.
Nyaxi? What about you, Nyaxi?
I mean, I can roll 4 dice at like difficulty 9.
Go ahead, do it.
God.
Still better than me.
Okay. Mages can do this if they're good at mind, for sure. Bro could do it. Vampires might be able to do it as well. Probably the changing breeds, but for them it would be a lot harder, so if they did, it was probably a elder one that pulled off this hit.
Okay, I'm gonna say it, in my opinion, it could be a lot of supernaturals.
Alright.
At this point, the command has worn off, and Protocol just says, "Oh, glorious master who humbles me with his wisdom. may I please use one of my lores to aid you in your investigation? I promise you it will be worth it. I am but your humble servant.
What a fucking
This makes me think it's not worth it.
Just have him nuke that area. Just straight up have him nuke the town.
So since they presented me with conflicting views, I'm also gonna try, but I'm gonna spend the willpower on this shit.
I'm still. This is going while I'm doing my fucking
Yeah.
conspiracy theory shit.
Fucking Christ.
He's gotten out a
Alright,
string and is laying out a geometrical formula on the ground to focus his power. And is just
Yeah.
with a knife cutting Babylonian symbols into the grass.
This is why we're ignoring him for now. Or I am
I just
ignoring
look
him.
like some disabled person when I use my magic. I just realized that. Like just some person off the fucking bench.
God.
So this,
I spent the willpower,
yeah,
on it.
Yeah, vampires could definitely do it. It's a common ability. They can mind control people with direct contact, and you have heard vague rumors of some abilities that let them affect people from a distance as well. Demons, maybe, but demons being back is a relatively new development, so might be a thing. Not so.
What about the werewolves that Jackler was so certain,
you're
or
pretty
Tom was so certain of?
You're pretty sure that Tom needs to stop eating so many mushrooms.
God.
I should probably stop eating mushrooms, yes.
Some certain
He says
kind of
as
mushroom.
he pops another one into his mouth.
He eats them. Oh my god. Alright, so we're vampires or demons. Since changelings can also do this.
They can.
And since I do have a lot of contact with changelings, since my
They
recent...
can. You remember something about the she using mind controlling abilities to re-establish their authority decades back to some extent?
Uh-huh.
But that's about all you would know. You would know the details of how common that power is. It's common-ish among the she.
Okay, so it's probably not werewolves, Tom. But it could be.
You're pretty sure it can only be the fucking Get of Fenris. Amanda had a feud. One of them must have gotten to her.
Yes, obviously.
I don't seem to recall the werewolves having such abilities. Tom?
You remember, Tom, Amanda, at times having to be restrained from doing something that would eventually hurt the Get of Fenris. She was not rational. She could have come here of her own free will if she thought there was one here she could hurt.
Yeah, definitely get offenders.
I
Can't
mean-
be anything else.
How likely do you think that she is still alive if it was the cat?
She doesn't seem to be dead yet.
Is she
We will
dead?
probably find out if the sword's spirit can be asked.
You're
At least
pretty
if
you know that your changeling treasure does not speak with you.
Mine is pretty weak. I mean, I would know that hers is stronger than mine, though, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
What do we know about the treasure?
Yeah, what do I actually know? Phoenix said, I know shit. I know
None
this
of
is
you
the-
have Phalor, so you don't know shit about what they can and can't do.
Yeah.
But like, do we know what's special about her sword?
Let's see. She has mentioned something about it keeping her safe. And being essentially a powerful weapon against, you know, all kinds of things, and essentially this is my sword and shield. It keeps me safe. It you know, it serves my family. It doesn't want to fail us again.
Huh. Oh, I mean, it sounds like it can maybe talk,
Uh,
from what we heard about it.
The demon speaks up again, Naxi. No, like, seriously. I know something that I can use to help you with this. I don't fucking want to be here. I'm bored.
Oh yeah, I can empathize with that.
So let me use my fucking powers, you piece of... I'm sorry, Master. I am...
he does have some spanking next.
Yeah. God. I don't think it's worth pursuing this.
Wow.
I
Nathan
say
doesn't
to
give a
the
fuck
demon not
about
to craft.
I know. But wow. Nathan doesn't fucking care about the man now.
Roll me manipulation subterfuge to try and deceive the demon.
Why am I lying?
Well, if you give a fuck, that is. Or to
Do you not care
more
about
precisely, to see just how easily it can read you at the moment.
God, you can probably read me like an old book.
I like this. Oh, god damn it. This is what Kraft's botches, and he's like, oh yeah, no, she's totally fucked.
Okay, you're absolutely right. This doesn't matter, whatever you say. Just let me tell them to go back to the fort. Or to the place with the funny creatures that you visited, or someplace that's not here.
That's what we already raised suspicion.
Who cares? No one's around here. Listen, you and I together, we could be the master of this group of assholes. They aren't much. I know they aren't much. Everyone knows they are not much, but they're a beginning. You will never have a better chance than this.
Oh my god.
He says such compelling things, guys.
You're a piece of shit.
I mean, I can understand that logic when he looks at fucking me and what I'm doing at the moment.
Alright, look. Since I know it's somebody who can use mind control who did this to Amanda's cultist, most likely, since it seems the most logical conclusion out of this. And we're probably gonna meet those guys eventually. Can I start like prepping some mind wording for my head since, you know, I have mind?
Is it?
In theory, yes. In practice, we're gonna leave that till next session. Because I would need to look up how that would specifically work. But I think at Mind 3 you can set something like that up.
Yeah, I wanna just fucking protect myself from this
this
mind
slide.
bullshit.
We're gonna pop back to
You know
reality.
what?
You done yet? Alright.
You can
I don't know.
essentially... The way this works, you can have two effects running at the same time without raising difficulty of future stuff. We can say that you take the time now to essentially prepare a appropriate mind shield that is just gonna last until you dismiss it. If you ever need to get rid of an effect. And this can be a thing you have running in the background and it's at the ready.
Yes. Sure.
So this would be a coincidental level 1 effect.
Yep.
That actually sounds
So
really
basically
useful.
some meditation to like get it up and running or something.
Sure.
Oh.
So you can spend some of the time to make like... I think it was up to 5 rolls that it's a relatively short working, so you can say that you can make up to 5 rolls to enact a proper mental defense and set it in place.
Can I also use ordeals and exertions to strengthen my mind?
Sure. I'll let you do that. That will reduce difficulty by 1. To the minimum of 3.
Yes, since that's worth. Because I have to do 5 rolls.
God, if you're really delving into this shit, maybe I should also.
Keep in mind, you need 5, I think, to essentially make it permanent, and the rest goes to any extra strength it would have.
Well, there's 5, so he's gonna roll one more time. Jesus Christ!
I have 5 rolls, dude.
Yeah, you can set this up.
Okay, that's one more roll.
Okay. Until I see rules that suggest otherwise, essentially, the way I'm gonna treat this is 5 just keeps it hanging there on you in perpetuity, and the 9, there are essentially sacrificial successes. The way it works, someone uses Dominate on you, it slams into your mind, and it uses 4 successes to negate 4 successes that they rolled, for example. So it's like mental health levels before it starts actually affecting you. Does that seem fair? So essentially,
I think Mage was about bringing the difficulty up, if I remember. Good, instead of,
we'll just.
So should I be able to like feel the strength of my mind shield, so I know when
yes, you would
when
be
it's getting close to breaking, so I would know when to re-strengthen
We're gonna
it,
say that this is you would feel essentially you being knocked out of your center by the pummeling of their magics. We might then decide to treat this differently. Just record that you have a total of 14 successes, and
I was putting it up indefinitely and 9 extra successes.
Yeah, that works as well. Just as long as we know how powerful it is. But yeah, Mage is weird. We're gonna be winging a lot of this stuff until we learn better. So, for now, if you somehow get mind controlled in this session, we're gonna approach it like that.
Right.
So
is Ally done yet, or is anybody else want to do this some stuff?
I mean, I might want to do that as well. I'm just looking at my tools.
Okay. If you do that, keep in mind the difficulty is gonna be at a +1 because Bro is distracting you.
I mean, it's fine. I would just use another tool to mitigate that.
I feel so bad for Bro. He just should have. I'll just use something else. Just ignore him. Oh, poor Bro.
I mean, look, I don't want to agree with him and use Voice of Heaven on you guys.
Don't do it.
Out of character, I totally agree with that decision, but in character, I don't.
What? Out of character? Wow, Nyaxi.
Yeah, that's a suicide mission that we are only in because Pen is a. Nah, let's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to meditate, but before that, I'm going to write symbols onto my head to make it easier.
Okay.
So I'm at difficulty 4 again with that, I believe.
Yes. Yes, you would be.
And I assume I also have time for a few rolls.
Yes. Yes, you do. Same as Bango. Dracula, are you casting any glorious magics?
No.
Okay. Do you want to make any other rolls? Investigations, etc.?
Yeah, since I was investigating for like the first half hour or hour.
No.
Okay, tally it up and record it in your notes.
Okay, that's 16.
Each success on a coincidental arete roll removes 1 success from any other character's attempt to read those psychic elements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this would essentially, as strong as it is, it would make it... it would fuck anyone's ability to read you. And I'm gonna allow this until I learn differently to apply. To things like actively affecting you. The someone using Auspex on you won't, you know, unless they're using it continuously for an extended period and just keep trying. It's not gonna etch away at the shield. Something more powerful like Presence or Dominate, that's just gonna be power against power. So you know, be aware.
Yeah.
So we'd have to roll.
No, you're just record these, it's fine, it's... Consider these something that you have cast and are maintaining. And then Frederick just falls back on his ass, clutching a sword.
Oh, bravo.
Injured?
And then I look at them wide eyes as I remember everything.
So, did you find anything else except for grabbing the sword?
You guys said nothing happened at the freehold.
No, I didn't say nothing happened. I just said I can remember what happened.
Oh right, yeah, no. I'm gonna try to talk to the sword then with spirit sense, but with spirit too. Wait, I'm holding it. Can I talk to the sword that way?
You can try. Do you wish to try and talk to the sword?
Yes.
You're also gonna need to pick out a nature and demeanor allied at some point. Since you don't
Oh, I
have
thought
those...
I filled that in.
I thought as
thought I
well,
had
but
it.
apparently not.
Where the fuck did they go? Because I'm not that stupid. That's what I can fill in first normally. Fucking, alright.
In any case, the sword does not currently respond.
I'm gonna try spirit then. Spirit 2 to talk to its spirit. I don't know anything about changelings, so.
Okay.
uh,
Go ahead, attempt to commune with it.
that's difficulty 4 or 3?
5, because you are using level 2 and you're using 2 tools, I assume.
Yes. Nope, I didn't fucking, I wasn't able to conjure it.
Okay, the magic does not take effect, but you feel a... The sword isn't speaking to you per se, it's just an emotion. Danger.
Oh. I look over there and go, hey guys! She's in danger.
No, you feel like you're in danger.
Oh, I feel like I'm in danger. From what?
You don't know. You can feel it, just that sense of, I'm in danger, I'm in danger, I'm in danger, radiating from the sword as you're holding it.
Fucking demon. Prom. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't care.
Can I try again to connect with it?
You can try. Do you wish to stay in this place?
No. I'm in danger.
Yeah, so what you wanna do? Stay and connect with the sword again, or go somewhere else?
I think we should go to the... I mean, I can remember now. I think we should go to the Fae Stronghold.
Wait, you remember that they tried to give you that food and shit, and you were scared, and that makes
Yeah.
you want to go there?
What?
Yeah.
Alan?
I look at... I look at them and I go, oh, that's right, I didn't tell you. So when I grabbed through there was some real horrible monster on the other side. And he tried to spike me with...
Oh,
You
God.
okay?
You keep going.
Was it a cat, or was it a vampire?
What kind of mom? How did it look?
I describe what it looked like.
How did it look like? I wasn't here.
Can I roll intelligence report on this?
You could. This is specific, so with 3, you can roll at 8.
Hey.
Very cool place. Hurry.
Okay, did you spend willpower on this?
No.
You have heard about a weird sect or group or clan or family of vampires that can reshape living beings sometimes? Like a truly fucked up life mage? But you're not entirely sure it's a real thing. It always sounded like a myth. Like, who the fuck expects vampires to craft flesh monstrosities?
I fucking do. Look at what I just saw. Look at what
Alright,
we're
so
doing.
it is vampires then. Like, don't say that. I don't know
Maybe.
that.
Maybe.
But you're so convinced it's werewolves. So, do you know where to head now? Not Nathan. Fred?
I think we need to go to the
Who has
Starfall.
magical senses still running?
I have Prime on.
Wouldn't I still have mine running? Like, spirit-wise?
I would say that with all the casting you were doing, that might have been distracting you. Well, actually,
I didn't have any
I think you were casting these sequentially.
Yes.
So you would have Spirit on. Those of you who have Prime on, and we can say it's still on, notice that there's just a faint flicker of power around, what was his name? Frederick. Just little sparks of red going pop, 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 pop.
Oh, that's good.
We know he has Prime, right?
You can, yeah, you probably know that he can see these things when he shifts his perceptions appropriately.
Frederick, there are some energies trying to do things to you. You should probably switch your senses and try and protect yourself from those, okay?
I'll switch senses real quick.
Okay, this is a stressful situation, and we're gonna say that in this case, you are quick casting because time sensitive. So it would be, if you want to make it a group thing, it's gonna be longer.
Yeah, let's not.
Also, can I move from my position? Like, can I get up and start moving?
You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and start fucking moving.
Alright. The sparks travel with him as he moves. Since you are quick casting this, the difficulty is 5. It's still coincidental, it just goes up by 1.
Oh, fuck. Either 4, difficulty 5, 2 successes.
Can he
Is that enough?
source or something?
Not really. It looks like they're just popping into existence around him. Okay, yeah, you definitely see them. Yeah.
Can I push back?
Oh yeah, we could go. Oh well, does counter magic apply against non-dynamic magic if we do it?
It does, and yep, you are definitely sensing danger. You can tell that it's tied to this somehow now.
To the sword or?
To the sparks.
We could do counter magic.
What is your current willpower, allied?
Oh, fuck me. My current willpower or permanent?
Current.
What willpower?
Yeah, 0. Remember when he spent his last one?
You hear a voice in your head. Ah, excellent.
Oh, no, it's talking to me.
I will be there to retrieve you momentarily, little mage.
Oh god.
So great. Fucking pen, I. Bitch.
If I had known the one we caught would lead us to more, we might have let her live a little longer.
Can I cast counter magic on the sparks?
You try. It is not blood magic per se. It is something else. It is a power of some kind, and it is supernatural, but it is not what you would consider, well, a spell. I don't think counter magic applies to normal disciplines. Though I might need to look this up. You know, I really thought it might take you longer to aggro the archbishops, but, you know...
I tried! They just wanted to fucking search for Pen.
See, it's almost like
It's
in
character.
character.
Yeah.
Well, we know she's dead. It was so fucking clear after the fight side.
Yeah,
was-
generally speaking...
Actually, the real issue here is that somebody shouldn't fucking join like that and then just bail.
Yeah, I
Because it
know.
fucks everything up. That's the real issue here, not us trying to fucking, try to be proper fucking people.
Yeah, I know, but we should still have given up after seeing the
the
place,
way
actually.
it seems to work, and the way it would have to work, is essentially you would need to be undoing the effect with spheres.
Unweaving, right?
Probably, yeah.
It would protective counter magic would be for Al. That doesn't work for her.
Yeah, essentially... Well, at this point, you probably realize, someone's using Aspect 6 on Allied. Because
Yeah.
a Shlakta and the ghouls actually had instructions among mages, since the backstory is the vamps have been hunting them. And apparently that warranted waking someone when a hand appears along with a face and just yanks a sword out of the fucking laboratory.
Oh, this campaign was fucking quick.
I mean, it's very hard to get to you as long as you don't come to the cities. It's 200 kilometers through Wolf territory.
I mean, do I know the location of this asshole?
No, you just know there's a mental link right now, so if you want to respond back, you certainly can.
So what's your name, buddy?
I think I'll keep that to myself.
Oh, that's not very nice.
What's going on?
So what's the game plan here? You gonna kill us or torture us or what?
Little column A, little column B, little column C.
I do have to point out though, very fine books that you have. Where'd you purchase them?
Amazon.
Really? They sell those?
No, of course I didn't get them from fucking Amazon. What are you, a retard?
I'm trying to be polite here. You're in my mind. Don't be an asshole. Yeah, you might want. Yeah, sure, you're probably gonna kill us and all that stuff. But you can at least be, you'd have an interactions. You don't need to just be gloom and doom. That sounds like a Sunday morning villain. You're not that, are you?
Okay. You see the sparks vanish. Someone just frenzied.
Life hits you even more, Allied. God damn it.
Oh, he just frenzied in a city.
Yeah, but it's in the middle of the
During
fucking
sunlight
day.
hours.
He's limited by his path rating because it's the middle of the fucking day. Or morning. He's
Oh.
actually morning right now.
The beast is not gonna go out where it knows the sun is, but a few
Yeah.
schlocked are gonna have a bad day.
The beast is still limited
I
by
mean, I
time.
might have just stopped Pen's transformation.
Well, maybe it kills Pen, yeah. Maybe
It
kills
did
Amanda.
mention that, and I quote, maybe we would have kept her alive a little longer, implying she's
Yeah.
already dead.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, but I mean, dead
I mean,
can mean they turned her into a vampire.
Yeah,
So you know.
undead is not alive. You know, that's why we have to use
So the
matter.
so the
and-
connection so the
yeah.
connection is closed now, though.
As far as you can see, yes.
Guys, we're fucked.
God damn it! What
Let's
happened
just
now?
head back to the fort and we'll contact the werewolves and ask for their protection.
Oh, you know what? I
No,
hate them.
thanks.
We need to take a stop on the way.
Where?
We need more information.
No, we need to get back to the fort, open the note, get things
Up and
together.
running, and get our protection running since we seem to have aggroed some vampires.
I didn't do anything. How's the sword reacting?
Danger. Still danger.
Yeah.
I gently pet it. It's gonna be okay, little man.
Fuck, we don't know how fucking Aspect 6 works. Son of a fuck.
Well, nobody wanted to take Lord Vampires.
I thought we'd be able to have some working relationship with the vampires. I didn't realize one of them was just gonna fucking gank our party member right a fucking way.
Well, what would you do if you saw like 5 dots of free thaumaturgy walking around just waiting to be turned?
I would use it as bait, to be honest.
Well, they didn't know she still knew others. He figured they were all scattered. He literally told you would have kept her alive if he had known.
Well, now he's embarrassed himself and everybody around him, which is why he's frenzying. He's a Sunday morning cartoon villain.
Just go ahead and add 4 dots of enemy to your sheet allied.
Oh fuck me, seriously?
No, I'm joking.
He's 6 dots. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go talk to the other mages first. We need help here. No, seriously, guys, we need help here. Also, I need to figure out how this sword fucking works.
Okay. Get in the car and drive then.
Jackalor?
Yeah, I'll drive.
Okay, give me a dex drive. Are you hurrying?
No.
Okay, then at 6.
Holy shit.
That's fucking, yeah, we're getting out of it fast, man. Fucking god.
Okay. You arrive at the freehold. Under the wonderful, sweltering noonday sun.
Slaughtering, jeez.
It's well, it's September, so it's not insanely hot, but it's still pretty damn warm. Given that, you know, fucking tropical. And it's humid.
Yeah.
I got 4 stamina. I'm fine. Alright, shouldn't we be starting to like...
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach the gate.
I mean...
You see the gate look down on you.
I go to the... Fuck this gate.
Boss.
It just swings open. Go on
Thank you.
inside.
Walk inside.
Follow.
Alright, you can now see the freehold as it really looks. Not as a abandoned, broken down wreck, but as the warm, welcoming place it is to those who can see the Changeling Realms.
I can.
Pen
Oh, it's this
did,
place.
but the sheath was not on the table. It was just a sword.
Was
Or-
the sheath magical too?
You don't know.
Fuck.
So you're just walking up there with a sword in your hand.
Yeah, no, not threatening me. Not. It's more of like a guy that doesn't know how to actually hold a sword. Like, I don't have any points in melee, do I? Nope.
God.
Fuck. Where are the other mages? What's the butler's guy's name?
Lorenzo.
Yeah, Lorenzo.
There's just a dude
Lorenzo.
there just casually smoking. He is essentially a mountain of muscle.
Who the fuck is he?
You can see his other face. He is definitely a changeling. Very much ginger. And looks like, well, the rest looks pretty damn similar because still a mountain of fucking muscle. He just waves at you. Hola.
Hola.
Hello.
Hola.
Hola.
I'm the weirdo here. Pleasant. Fuck.
He's speaking in Portuguese, and you can all tell he clearly has a Russian accent with his Portuguese, which probably sounds pretty damn weird.
Lol. Fucking hilarious.
So, visitors, yes?
Yes.
Staying long?
We'll see.
No.
No.
You don't understand this, man. I lied.
I don't know. Can I make another attempt to decipher the Portuguese language by chance? Another day.
Roll perception academics to pick out what is being talked about.
Difficulty.
Call to 6.
I have language. Oh,
Uh,
it's my specialty.
20th means that the 10s double generally, and instead of lowering difficulty.
Oh, so I just roll at 6 then? Alright.
Yeah.
Boom. No.
You have no idea. The Russian accent is too distracting.
You get his Russian though. Good
Yeah,
for
no.
you.
Can I learn Russian real quick from him?
You
No.
you can't learn it real quick. You can try and spend downtime to pick up another language if you wish, but
No.
he
Hey, can you?
takes a look at Jack Johnson. So, you're a fighting man?
I am. You look like a fighting man too.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. He takes a swing at your face.
Fucking goddamn it.
Would you like to
Uh,
react?
Yes.
What
So
you-
Roll
attacks
to-
martial arts
Okay.
to block him.
We're
Sure.
about to we're about to FFA up in here.
Right.
Oh,
So difficulty 6. Yeah.
Minecraft. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Just with the
Blocked
rippling
it.
of muscles and a sound like muted organic thunder, the hands meet. He nods appreciatively. Not bad. So,
You
you any
too.
good?
Maybe later, man. We gotta hurry.
Okay then. I'll be outside. I'll get us a couple of beers, okay?
I.
He's gonna go outside. He's gonna have golden fucking hair and everything suddenly.
Yeah.
Now we can fight.
God damn it.
Okay, you head inside, and, oh my fucking god, would she have? Don't think so, not yet, it hasn't been enough time. Okay, Lady Cassandra is... Shit, what would she be doing? I think she is sort of draped over the armrest of a chair next to a person wearing long robes and a very prominent crucifix, trying to get him to pay attention to her while he's stoically trying to resist.
Fucking piece of shit chorus. Is that the chorus guy we saw earlier?
No, it's
I
a
will not
different
convince
one.
Is
Yeah.
this one a mage or is this one the hunter?
You don't know, but she is...
Just prime senses, man. On.
Okay.
I have prime senses on.
If you want to have it on at more than one success levels, you're gonna have to cast it.
I'm
Fine.
gonna roll spirit real quick.
Well, no, it's still one success. God damn it.
I don't think you see the avatar with spirit, or do you? There are...
You do. That's how I saw the choir guy.
Let's see.
It's either I believe it's spirit, but if it's prime, I'll change over to prime, and I just have to re-roll.
Yeah, you know, it's the same difficulty, so we can say that that was you casting prime, because I'm pretty sure you used prime to detect previously. Spirit is for detecting changelings.
Alright, I'm going to real quick. Fuck, where are notes on this character sheet? Gear notes. Alright.
You can weave several effects together, and instead of just passively perceiving prime energies or these energies or that energies, you could essentially create a combo effect that is focused specifically on detecting non-humans or supernaturals, and combo, say, spirit and prime or something, to see people that function in a weird way in relation to those two energies. Have like a...
Would we have to enchant that on an object?
No, you could cast it as an effect, it would just function differently than a basic blanket prime detection thing. But with 3 successes, what would this look like? Shit, I need to come up with avatar stuff here. I think in his case, it would be, and be dynamic as well. In his case, it would be like just a blazing shape of fire, faint and translucent, just hanging around him, in particular around his fist.
Oh, he's like Kraft then. He's a punchy guy.
Probably had ag dealing fists powered by faith.
Oh yeah, do you remember like the Fist of
Epics.
God merit?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
God, that's a good
I'm
merit.
gonna
That's a good
casually
fucking merit.
approach him.
Why are we meeting Cassandra now? Weren't we looking for mages?
Essentially, you
There
have
is a
free
mage.
access to the common room, but if you want access to the restricted rooms, you would need to go inside. But you were told that the guest rooms are in the area of the freehold that's open to non-changelings. So if any are staying here, they would be here, and apparently one is in the common room right now. Sandra's just asking, like, so how long did it take you to train? I expect it took several years, didn't it? It's hard to learn to fight like that. She's not quite running a finger through his hair, but you can see that the thought is there.
Does he look comfortable or just bored?
He looks stiff as a board. You half a step from, just yeah, saying his prayers out loud. He really wants this to stop.
Well, just gonna
That's
guess.
my Cassandra
I
corrupting the
Cassandra
Holy
can
Man.
understand me, right, when I speak.
Yes, she
English?
knows English.
Hey,
Oh, hey. So, what was your name again, Frederick?
it's Fred just try. Yeah, at least remembered it after a quick thought.
Is your friend with the sword here?
Which one?
Fucking cunt.
Which one?
The one that made all those, impressive moves back then. I know how hard it is to spin a sword like that, so I really appreciated how casually he did it.
That guy's just gonna fucking giggle at that. God damn it, the fucking influence.
I'm looking for Lorenzo.
Yeah, he's totally here. He's where Maxie, where did you say you were going to look?
I just went into the freehold with you guys.
He just went in the freehold with the
Oh,
others.
oh, there you are! Hey! So,
Hey,
I could go and fetch my sword. I was wondering if you would, have a friendly duel. Just, casual-like to the first couple of touches. She sort of wiggles her eyebrow at touches at you.
but I mean, what does it mean mechanically? Like,
You would have a contested dex melee to see who won, but it would essentially be a friendly fencing match.
oh, okay, so I don't take lethal damage.
We have, dude.
Oh, she just stabs you through the heart. There can only be one.
Unless someone botches,
Oh no.
it's gonna be
Sure,
fine.
Should will be good practice.
Now, is she a cunt? She's unseelie. Yes, she would use arts for this.
Sure, then I will use skills.
Oh no, she doesn't tell you she's gonna use arts!
I mean, am I cunt? Am I that much of a cunt?
I think you are. I mean, you straight up said, "Oh well, fucking Pen's dead. Just that's it." So I think you
I
are.
was trying to protect you guys. I mean, I'm a hermetic. That says a
Yeah,
lot
no, you're
about me.
not.
But you weren't fully hermetic though, right? Remember?
Yeah, but I'm just not.
By definition, you're a cunt.
Yeah. What was the god? I think I can use entropy to make it easier.
Sure, except entropy. I think you can use forces too for this. I think that's appropriate.
Forces increases the
Okay.
power. Entropy can use to spot the flaws in the pattern of her
Forces
sword.
can also increase the likelihood of hitting, reducing the difficulty of the attack roll. You're essentially using slight coincidental force adjustments to, just drive it home.
But yeah, but the thing with entropy is you spot flaws in the pattern. and
Yes,
that's entropy
this wouldn't necessarily work because you haven't seen her fight, and you're not actually trying to, strike for effect. You're competing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go. My weapon is, of course, a tool, and
That's the thing. She can do it while making it look normal, but if you're casting magic, it's gonna get obvious.
Yeah, because I don't have enough. I mean, if I just use my weapon, it's not that bad, but the other things are kind of obvious.
It would be fast casting, wouldn't it?
If he's trying to fake it, definitely.
How bad is fast casting again?
+1 difficulty.
Oh, that's not too bad.
And you would need to, actually deceive her.
What's the how does that work?
Probably a subterfuge versus perception empathy or perception alertness.
No. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna be honorable, I guess.
She's not. Fuck you. Let's see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we'll find clues to evil vampires in the freehold. Without
She-
speaking Portuguese.
She casually just assuming you're willing to do this, she brings out a couple of vests to prevent, accidental woundings.
Yeah.
She just salutes you and takes a guard stance.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
Okay, with time 1, that would be a total of 6 rounds. So we're gonna say it's enough for a reasonably sized duel. You notice another disadvantage that you have pretty much immediately. She has a light dueling sword, which would do shit all for damage, but does make it relatively easy to actually hit.
Oh.
Whereas you have more of a proper medieval sword.
God.
I mean, you can certainly try to cheat if you're willing to use fancy magics. You, as the chat is suggesting, you have some things that could be used to fuck with things. The only problem is, she might call you a cheat.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You detecting magic usage is not easy for non.
Yes, but he
knowledge.
has to use his tools to do it.
I mean, if I'm use
What are your tools? Is weapons one of your tools, Nyaxi? Since
yes,
that's level 1
Yeah,
stuff. That's and
and he'd be making it obvious because he's not fighting in the same way that he would be.
I mean, she never saw me fight. She just saw me do some tricks.
You showed off all your best moves. With 8 successes,
Yeah,
you showed up
sure.
pretty much everything you could do.
Just roll it. It'll be fine.
You are
Sure.
rolling at +2 difficulty due to confounding coils of Dragon's Ire.
Can I spend willpower on this?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll spend a point.
you already have your fucking demon, Nyaxi.
Fuck off, Craft.
You should be rolling at 8 because you have
right.
a normal sword.
Right, I forgot.
Okay, you actually fight her to a standstill. Just sweaty-faced, blows a strand of hair out of her face. She seems mildly mad at you. This is not how this was supposed to go.
Oh. Who wants to win?
Okay, you want to get a drink or something?
I mean, Craft, I just did not to lose to a girl.
Oh no, you don't want to
my
lose to a
fucking
girl.
God.
Sure, I could go for refreshments after this.
You know, the monk catches your eye, Nyaxi, and mouths, "Thank you," in Portuguese.
I nick at him, like, not at him.
You are left with the mage. Nyaxi has granted you an opening and just forced with goodwill.
I'll try to talk to the mage.
I thought that devilish creature would never leave. Thank you so much.
Don't worry about it. Get help fellows, you know.
Just, I was looking for Lorenzo. I'm not there. So, like,
Okay. You find Lorenzo in the kitchen. He just smiles and nods at you, slides a beer across the table towards you. Your friends are visiting again. What can I get you? Looks like he's preparing the noon meal.
I just wanna talk to some of the other mages in here. Would you know when they
Oh,
would be?
yeah. Listen, stay for lunch, and you can talk to them afterwards. We're gonna eat in about, looks at the pan, half an hour or so.
I'm kind of in a hurry. Could you just like point me the right way?
Well, they're
And
gonna be
how
all
long?
around the place, and I have to get lunch ready. I'm sorry. There's some finger food on that table over there. Just some sandwiches I prepared in the morning. So if you're hungry, you can grab some of those. But other than that, I think you're gonna have to try and go looking, cause the Duchess doesn't like lunch to be late.
Alright, so
Help, help him cook, Craft. Help him cook.
which rooms are? I don't have cooking. Fuck off. What the fuck is the role for? No, fuck cooking. Okay, just which do
Come on,
just the,
help
I would I already know which rooms I'm allowed to go. Do I?
Upstairs.
No, do I
upstairs.
know which rooms I'm allowed to go already? Do I need to ask?
You would know, but you would not have the right to essentially enter private rooms.
All right, so I know. Okay. Anyways, thank you, Lorenzo.
They're probably not going to be inside. It's a pleasant day and it's warm. I think that some of those rooms can get pretty warm. We haven't gotten air conditioners installed in all of them just yet. We're getting the shipment next month. So I don't think they're going to be inside. They're going to be on the ground somewhere.
Outside. All right.
Or in the dreaming. I think one or two of them might have convinced the Duchess by now to let them go explore in there a bit.
Oh no!
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go look outside. Thank you, Lorenzo.
Yeah. Lunch in half an hour. I expect you to be there.
We will see.
Please
Bye-bye.
don't offend them.
I
Alright,
expect
you
you to be
Son of
there.
a bitch! I leave. I just it's just the fun. Well, as we will see, turn around and leave.
You fucking know it's too late. You've been commanded to be there. You can't ignore his hospitality
I
now.
know.
God damn it, Craft!
You guys can leave. You never heard of this.
I want you to roll. I want you to roll willpower, halved, rounded up, plus wits at difficulty 8 because you have been eating quick bites of crap for the past couple of days, and that is just fresh meat, cold beer, just a perfect late summer evening. Well, not evening, just afternoon lunch, probably in the shade. You think you saw a river, just like a brook behind a freehold, and some sunscreens. You really don't want to leave before lunch.
Okay, so willpower halved, rounded up.
Rounded up, plus wit. Essentially with self-control.
7 at 8. Fucking better fucking succeed. Yes! So close. I really want to stay, but
You know, oh, it's just fresh meat with garlic. Not like that American crap. There was definitely some paprika on that plate. Oh,
God.
and the beer here was so good last time, and it's such a fucking hot day.
Time to lay down. Time to lay down.
But I need to find the information and go back to fix the fucking hole.
But
My
the
new
You-
home.
Craft.
You munch on a couple of sandwiches you couldn't resist grabbing on the way out. They're so fucking good. It's so hard to walk away.
God damn it.
Local mini
I
frenzy.
still succeed at fucking controlling myself. So I'm
You
leaving.
did, but
God, I want to do it. I still gotta go ask around for now. I still have half an hour to decide, right?
if you
It's
think
fine.
you're leaving with the table being set and the Bogan insisting you say, you are delusional.
Fucking let me be delusional. This shit's too good to be true. God damn it. Look, man, I do body exertion, ordeals and exertions all the time. I
But I
know how
tried
to
something
fucking
different.
suffer and survive. Also, my nature is literally survivor, so I can do this.
You
I'll be
think you
fine.
can do this.
I'll be fine. Okay. Alright, okay, it's bullied by Muscle, but yes, I will be bullied. That's why I'm going sad right now, so I can go fight the fucker and then go fucking look for some mages.
Yeah, but if you go fight the guy, aren't you gonna be even more hungry though? Like, you
Fucking,
know,
I ate some sandwiches, Allied. Shut up.
you need a nice hearty meal after a
Shut up,
stressful
Allied.
work.
I ate a sandwich. I already took one.
Okay, so while Kraft is discussing with Bogan, you are watching a duel and started talking with the man who introduces himself as Diego.
I introduced myself as Tom Ranger.
Tommy boy.
So, what are you doing in this place, Tom?
We have. I'm not sure I should tell you this, but since you're a mage as well, we're going to be fixing up a chantry.
Oh no,
Oh
that's
my
a
God.
bad idea. The cities are fucking filled with vampires. You do not want to go there with just a...
Yeah, we're not.
You have a larger force, right? It's not just the four of you.
We're not going.
Well, yeah, there was 5 and then 1 died.
But no, it's just the four of us. No backup, especially the Avatar storm.
Dude! No. I tried to fight. If not for the grace of God, I would not be here right now. The cities are overrun. They hunt us.
Yeah, we're not going
Systematically.
anywhere near the cities.
No, you don't fucking understand. These fuckers are crazy. I've never seen vampires so well equipped or organized.
Wait, seriously?
I mean, this guy doesn't.
There's fuckers centuries old running this show, and they're fucking smart and powerful.
Holy shit. that does not sound good.
They need fodder for the fight with werewolves. And they use us because we understand how the universe works to turn us into undead magic users of some kind, I think. They certainly try to take us alive, I know that much.
Yeah, we already lost one of our number to them.
He just face bombs. Oh. You didn't fucking lead them here, did you?
No, not as far as I know.
Okay,
We totally led them here, didn't we?
you probably fucking did. If they didn't know about the freehold already.
They probably know.
Yeah, no, they probably,
know,
like,
yeah.
if they're old like this, they already knew about it. They just didn't fucking bother with it.
Right.
What was the
I
point of
will,
it?
I will be fucking surprised if the Duchess isn't like bartering with the vampires just like with everyone else.
You know, it's funny you should say that in my accent.
He is. Like, completely
Get on the
opposite.
ground! It's the Inquisition! Oh no!
Out of character, we know they are, but in character.
Wait,
Incorrect,
wait,
we
out of
don't.
character, out of character, we noticed she was cutting deals with the vampires?
She has good relations with the vampires. We rolled for it.
She has good relations with
Well,
everyone except
not
the
complete
werewolves.
crap.
Yeah, but she has a bit worse with the werewolves, probably because of what she did with the vampire. I remember you saying that.
Doesn't
Okay.
she have better
Anyways,
relations-
fucking keep role playing shit, man. I need to go soon.
Okay.
Look, I don't remember it out of character, but in character,
I remember it.
she's like dealing with every fucking one. Of course,
Yeah.
the vampires are here.
But
Maybe
yeah,
not in here, but yeah.
so how bad did it get? How bad did it get over there?
They stormed our chantries. And then they hunted us in the streets, one by one, trying to take as many as they could alive. A couple of us knew about this place and managed to fight our way here. But whatever organized structures the tradition mages had in the cities, they've been scattered.
Know any others that are around here?
Well, there's 4 of us here that I know of. Me, Father Aurelio, and 2 women from the Etherites.
Cool.
What the
I'm a
fucking
verbena myself. If you have...
His eyes narrow slightly at that. I see.
Huh? What did you say?
His eyes narrow slightly when Jacklor
No,
says
not
he's
that.
on.
What did Jackler say?
He just introduced
Look,
himself
don't
as.
give me that look. We're all on the same side.
Oh, Verbena.
Jaguar sounds even like more like earthboundy than fucking Bro does. Trust me, we're on the same side. Don't give me that look. It'll be fine.
I mean, Pros is really nice.
He's a
No.
bro. Real bro.
There's Jaguar over here, not a bro. Ooh.
I suppose we are when faced with abominations like these.
Wow, what a cunt.
Yeah, I mean, he's a Christian, they're all cunts.
Wow!
I mean, it's just wrong.
And you need to stop pissing off the viewer base, Niaxi.
We started with like Diaxi, we started with like 8 or 9 viewers. We're down to 4. Please stop!
Oh, come on.
Meanwhile, you Niaxi pass Jack coming out of the kitchen, and you see another figure ducking ahead of you.
Oh,
And you hear the can you speak Portuguese?
no.
Okay. Then you just hear the raised voice of Lorenzo. It sounds like he's mad.
Oh no.
You see him facing a person and just threateningly, you know, like a wooden fork for mixing meat. He's just waving it at that person like a housewife, like, no! So, like, dinner's in 20 minutes, fuck off! The dude tries to be, you know, like, aggressively reasonable from the tone of voice. It's pretty clear, it's like, you know, just a little bit. Lorenzo's size goes over the fridge and just pulls out a cold, like, minced meat that's been half cooked and is semi-raw and just gives it to him. He starts to eat it with his hand. Lorenzo yells and points at the drawer. The person he's talking to just meekly goes over and takes out the spoon.
Woof, 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 woof,
Oh,
woof,
it's-
woof.
You
Yeah.
uncivilized fucking savage! Use the tools!
I lived in a cave. I don't mind him.
I mean, it's pretty uncivilized.
He just nods at you. Juices from the meat running slightly from the corner of the mouth. He just casually reaches up and wipes it.
Yeah, I nod at him and keep moving.
Lorenzo just throws a glance at Cassandra. Goes, okay, sandwiches are there. Meat's not ready. Wine is on that shelf there. I poured you out a glass. I need to get this dinner ready. Can I... Please. The food needs to be on the table in 20 minutes. And I need to finish... Yep. Yeah, I can't let this burn. Turns to you, switches to English. What do you want? Can I do anything for you? Tension rising in his voice.
No, I mean, I expect we stay for dinner, and that will be good enough.
Good.
Why
good.
are people like this? I try and, you know.
Snacks
fucking
are on the
resist.
table. You can grab a beer. For the rest, you can wait. It's gonna be ready soon, if people will stop interrupting me.
Yeah, of course.
The man
I-
that entered is just leaning against the wall and chatting with Lady Cassandra in Portuguese.
Oh, like,
But I hate Spanish. But I think to myself as
Shut
I...
up, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Shut up, piece of shit. Why?
The
why-
man actually switches to English and speaks to you. Mage, eh? Running from the leeches?
oh, it is a werewolf.
I mean, are we running from the leeches?
Yes. Now we are.
I think we're
And-
capturing an army and strike back. Let them rule your life.
Oh, wait, I need to think about how to phrase this.
Do you have any werewolf lore?
No.
And you don't have much occult either, do you?
One?
Yeah, you have no idea what the right way to phrase this is.
Dude, what the fuck's a leech?
Well, you can infer
that-
vampire, you can infer that much. By the way, as far as you can tell, appearance-wise, if this is a werewolf, this is the best groomed one you have seen in a very long time.
Huh.
I roll occult.
I would certainly like to avoid.
You are in a different room at the moment. You're in the common room, there in the kitchen.
I would certainly want
Where
to.
am I?
Oh, wait, the doorbell.
You are, I believe, in
Because
the
I was the
common.
one. Well, like I just kind of got because I wanted to speak to what the fuck's his name, and then you addressed it to Jackor. So I guess I just followed Nyaxia around.
You can be either in the common room, negotiating with Diego, or here. It's up to you, in that case. So yeah, you can be witnessing all of this if you wish, and joining in.
I guess it'd be with Nyaxia then.
Okay, I'm back.
Going back.
Yeah, then you
I mean, I
do
guess-
have a dot of werewolf lore, so you can guess that this is probably a werewolf, and you have an idea as to how they feel about leeches. Namely, hell no!
Well, we would certainly like to avoid the leeches. From what? What you heard
Fuck
about them?
avoiding them. We should kill them.
Yes, that is the, that is my feeling as well. Killing the leeches would be very good.
He's speaking like English?
Yeah, he is. He switched to English when
Oh,
Cassandra told him you know, not all of you speak Portuguese.
Yeah, I heard the cities are crawling with them like with ants.
Yes, that would indeed be accurate at the moment.
How do we change that?
Well, fire helps. Sunlight's good. If all else fails, lots of bullets, claws, and stabbing is the go-to.
Let's make it more organized, you know?
Well, when a man hates an organization very, very much, he gathers many, many boxes of big knives and AK-47s together, and then he finds a group of people that feel like him, and they then proceed to do something about it.
Man, this is a terrible recruitment pitch, but I love it nonetheless.
See how good it sounds. Let me roll charisma leadership.
Is this how I get fucking...
Never mind, apparently.
Yeah, it was appropriate.
It's just kind of... I'm like, I just kind of listen. Are you saying team up, or are you just giving me what I should do as just blatantly obvious?
Oh, you're actually interested in helping.
Oh yeah, no, fuck those guys. Seriously, I wasn't joking.
You know, that's good. That's good. You are with the mages, right?
Yes, a new group. Yes.
Yes. Diego and the others here, they don't want to join in. They think it's too dangerous. They've apparently lost enough people. It's well,
That just means you need a bigger gun.
that's
Or
what I
a
said.
bigger-
That's what I said.
God, what are you doing?
I speak to this werewolf on a spiritual level. You just need a bigger bullet.
You, I like.
Thank you. I like you too, good sir.
Lorenzo just yells, "Get out of my kitchen!"
Oh, sorry. This conversation is like, what's the room next to it? Like the dining room or something?
The kitchen is not too far from the common room, and there is a dining room, but it looks like it's essentially been put away. The table isn't set. It looks like until the summer heat is gone, it might not be in use. You can certainly duck in there and just take the conversation there, though.
Yeah, we should get out of his way, and if it's not going to be used, then we won't actually be in his way as he rushes back and forth.
Yeah, you can certainly do that.
That's whoop, whoosh.
Okay. And you have, Craft, you were looking for more mages, I believe?
Yeah, outside.
Give me a... You know what? We're gonna say that you find a blonde woman just sitting under one of the sunscreens who isn't a changeling.
I mean, I had Prime on, but I only had one success.
Yeah, you would not be able to detect her avatar if she has one, with one success in this case. Cool Imp, I think they would explode from paradox if they tried to make a building melt into metal and magma.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, as he said, if you want to go super vulgar,
I don't think they even have enough forces. I think the most they have is forces 3 on one of them.
That's like forces, matter, and correspondence if you want to do it from afar. All at 5.
It's like the traditions send their regards. And yes, jet fuel can melt steel beams. Except if you do that, you really will get a technocracy hit squad. I will fuck you up.
I believe you. I believe you.
I mean, that's not nearly as bad as 9/11, but you know.
I mean, 9/11, we decided was tradition mages.
Yeah, chorus.
Yeah,
They
no,
just
that's what I'm saying,
hit-
like, don't be busy.
They
Don't be
just
busy
hit
killing
like
other
the syndicate's headquarters in the World Trade Center. Like, Ree!
Yeah, plus.
What the core expensive guards syndicate. Like what? Ah!
Why is that plane? Oh my god!
Fucking insane! Yeah, no, we didn't know this much though.
I can imagine technicals just jumping out of the building and going, shit, where are my tools?
It's like, Carl, activate the portal quick! Get it running!
Also, is it the 8th or the 9th in this?
9th
It's
today, so
the
2 days
9th.
left.
Okay, so we're actually gonna be sitting down for food with 9/11 happening.
This is the 9th. There are 2 days till the actual attack.
It's on the 11th, remember?
Yeah,
9/11. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
no,
was
no.
September,
You have
because
2 days.
I just I was
The
doing. I don't know
American
why.
forgot when 9/11 was. God bless.
Why was I doing European math?
I don't know.
Because you've been corrupted by us Europeans.
Okay, well, is there anything you Well, I'll leave it up to you, Kraft. Do you want to wrap here and start with the conversation with this woman next time, or do you want to play some of it out this week?
I need to go in like 15 minutes.
Then we should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go around and each give us a lesson we have learned. Allied, what has your character learned?
I have pissed off the wrong fucking person.
Well, yeah, they had plans for that sword.
I already knew. Fuck Pen. I'm not waging a fucking defensive war with this sword. Oof. Sword doesn't have a spirit. I learned that bullshit. In character, leeches control the cities apparently.
More of a life lesson. The bit about having pissed off the wrong person, that does perfectly.
Okay.
Nyaxi.
I was 100% right with my warnings and about being careful. Also, don't drive at night through a jungle.
At least you still have your bro, right?
Yeah. God, he's sometimes he's really...
I'm so upset, Nyaxi.
I mean, sometimes he tempts me. He really tempts me sometimes.
I mean, what use is he if you just keep him on a leash, right?
Yeah.
Jackalor.
I mean, can you float, bro?
Brazilian children are dicks.
Craft.
I mean,
Life lessons, huh? Fuck, I don't know. Man, vampires are fucking hate mages or want to kill mages a lot. With that, since I found out about that.
It's not necessarily a global thing. Probably more local politics.
Mages. Yeah, but these vampires really hate us mages.
Wow, Nyaxi. By the way, there is a secret corruption tracker on your token. So, you know, just be aware.
I mean, I didn't shoot a kid.
Essentially, and from your previous demonology role, I can tell you this. Essentially, the way this will work, the more you interact with it, the more influence it will build up with you. And eventually, not right away, but eventually, it is gonna be able to leverage that into things like automatic successes on something of its choice. Whether it's brainwashing you or telling that crucial lie or...
So I need to discipline him more, is what you're saying. I get it.
Anything that brings you more in contact with its spirit will give it a greater hold on you. So, giving it like a straight up command is probably fine, but actively torturing it, since that would involve forcing your will on it, would probably build up some ticks on that eventually.
Okay.
Don't torture the demon, Mia. Don't
Yeah,
torture the demon.
Then I did try just trying to ignore him then. Okay.
Okay, was anyone exceptionally awesome or deserves mercy in an exceptional way? Other than the kids who got shot.
I think Ally did pretty well with stuff.
Yeah, Ella did pretty well.
Like retrieving the sword and stuff like that.
Alright, you can add a 4-dot treasure to your sheet for now in the background.
Oh, okay.
The sword was very valuable.
I mean,
Oh, I didn't even know that. I
That's
just
not-
thought it was a sword.
it's like Pyretic score, I think, so it's not that good for a 4-dot treasure, but it's pretty decent with danger sense and shit.
I see why they wanted it now.
And it can hurt spirits.
Yeah, no. So I can talk to spirits, can't it?
It doesn't have a sentient spirit, and you do not get
Aw.
a return on it, and you would have to probably study it in depth by specifically using spirit senses to map its powers. But out of character, it is a very valuable artifact. Especially for a vampire elder that's planning to wage a campaign against werewolves, for example. Or for people that need to cut through, spiritual defenses.
So I just cucked the fucking vampires by a massive degree.
Well,
Why do they hate you?
if they had time to realize just how valuable that was, you might be Sabat's most wanted. I'm gonna need to make a roll to see how much studying the one that was doing it managed to do before you grabbed it.
It's also a pretty big bargaining chip if you ever want something from the Duchess.
What,
Yes.
did I have this sword and she doesn't?
It's a very valuable treasure. You could trade it for something with the changelings, yes. It's a valuable fucking item. This is the kind of thing that a duchess might carry, or a duke, as you know, a family treasure.
So you said level 4
Against the
artifact?
It's essentially 4 levels of treasure. The background's called treasure.
Oh, it's a background. Okay.
Yeah, it's a background.
I was okay. So treasure level 4.
I'll let you know what it can actually do once you know in character, as in the actual write-up.
Fire maybe.
So we others get 4 XP?
Well, let's see, how full of happenings was this?
We got through a fucking day.
I'll give you 5 and Allied gets 6. Same as before, because this was every bit as eventful as the first one.
Oh shit, so alright, so I guess we're gonna try to get another player character and then.
Yep, until next week, I guess.
We'll see how that goes. Depending on how well you're doing, maybe I'll give you a slight beast and just keep the progression high and just, I don't know. I'll think on it. We'll see if anyone's interested and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean we have a week.
Can I buy a drive to 2?
Sure.
Can I buy a first dot in a sphere I don't have yet?
You need to spend a essentially downtime action for the seeking, because upping spheres is an involved process.
Isn't that Arete?
Yeah, that's Arete.
Spheres as well,
Seeking.
I believe.
Is it?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. If you find a place in the book where it's... I remember it being for spheres as well, but you can double check. If I turn out I'm wrong, you can retroactively take that first dot off.
So
Okay. I mean, I'm not really sure which sphere yet anyway, so that's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
do you allow us to pick up like talents and stuff without downtime, or do we need downtime for that too, like knowledges?
Well, it depends. What do you want to pick up?
I'm thinking either Spirit 3.
Oh, for spheres. Yeah, you would need... If Naxi needs seeking for a new one.
Well, no, I meant, well, I already have Spirit. But I was getting it's either Spirit 3 or I was going to get, like, Expression, Empathy, Intimidation, like those things.
I think if you're getting the first levels of those... Expression, Empathy, and Intimidation, all first levels, right?
Yeah.
Those I would allow, For spheres, I'm gonna double check if you need a seeking for them or not. Though I'm
Is that-
leaning towards that you should, because it indicates like a huge leap in your understanding of how some part of the universe works. But yeah, the talents, I will let you pick up the first levels on those 3 right away because
Awesome.
you've
Thanks,
experienced
boss.
enough with, pick them up. It makes sense. Think of anything you want to buy.
I don't want anything. I'm saving.
Okay. In that case, thank you everyone for joining, thank you everyone for watching, and say goodbye, guys. And call it for the week.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.